The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Let's close out the weekend with what should be a good one on Monday Night Primetime between the Arizona Cardinals and the Green Bay Packers. A date on Super Bowl Sunday awaits one of these teams as we begin the NFC Championship game. Has it at the 11. And Obama not just as he gets it to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. Lamar starts one game. Couple yards on the first play. Here comes second down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. I'm an aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Dropping back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line. Give him 8 on that one. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First down from the 41. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. So call it a half dozen on that run, Brock. It's 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, really break the backs of the defense.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Quick throw to the left is complete. And this one does not go far. 3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Throwing now on 1st down. Completed to his running back. And he can't get there, but what a game. Down to the goal line. He's pushed out just a couple yards short. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
They'll try and punch it in. And the defense holds him at the 2, Brock. He can't get beyond the line. Still a couple yards short of that end zone.
They just could not even find a sliver of breathing room on that first down. And this is not an envious spot for this play caller to be in. I don't know what you go to now.
Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
Here's another foray. He's forced away from the goal line. It's a tackle for loss at the 3. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
They'll pass on 3rd and goal. It isn't holding out. They're able to drop it. And the defense are down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal. So here's Harrison Mevis, ready for the field goal try. A little more than a chip shot. This is 25 yards. Mevis able to knock it through. And they get 3 on their first series. Hope to build on that in the drives ahead.
Yes, it's 3, not 6, but to come away with anything on the first drive in the postseason on the road, that's a great start and a tough thing to do.
Mevis ready to send this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Money down. Get your money up. I put money down. Ready up.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go. 45. White. Black Ultra. Blaster. 6. Ready.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game.
No real secret. They were going to get him and his height involved early there, Kate. The secret was how is he going to be defended? Well, they chose to go physical. And that will plant a little thought in his mind. The next time the ball comes his way, he better be ready for some contact.
Another throw here on 2nd down. Hits his running back. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Black shot. Ready, ready. Red, 30. White, white. Hut.
They're going to try and throw it here. Short pass brought in. It's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers pull ahead 6-3 in the first. We know all these players are aware of what's at stake here, Brock, and that is the score they needed to get them moving in this conference final.
We know it's not how you start, it's how you finish, especially with stakes this high. Jeez, you couldn't start any better.
Point after from Pinheiro is up and good. And the Packers one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. He'll take this at the 10. He's brought down just inside the 25. The Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Blown back, it's the handoff. That's the tackle. He's got space ahead. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop it. They get 27 on the play. And it's going to give the Cardinals a 1st down.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield. Pass play on 1st and 10. And he's down to almost, nope, actually going to give him the 30 here. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
It's a gain of 20. And the Cardinal first down.
Play straight ahead. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Setting up to throw. Diving right side, got it! It's 16 yards on that play. And it's going to get the Cardinals a first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
From the red zone on first. Dumps it off to his running back. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Second and 10. Need something positive here. The Packers take their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down. We're 1 quarter into deciding who's going to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. The Packers on top early. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. About to begin the second here. The Cardinals definitely thinking points. Here he goes, third and long. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals take a second quarter lead. Trey McBride, the touchdown. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Point after by Mevis is good. And the Cardinals push their lead to 3. Mevis ready to send this one away. Okay, well that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is first and 10.
Let's go. 50, green.
Airing it out to start this drive. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. Offense in the hurry up here.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the 44-yard line.
Trouble, 38. Ready?
Handoff on second and short. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
10. Blue strike. Strikers. Set, go.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He'll check this one down, complete to the fullback. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker.
Come on, set. Black Ultra. Ready.
1st down, he'll throw it. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. He gets 6 following that penalty to bring up 2nd down and 9 now.
There's no question, Kate, the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Here we go, set. Blue, 32. Green, jack. Set.
Throwing from the gun. Cut out left. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Right, right. Ready, ready.
Working inside the red zone. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a 2nd quarter lead. But we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Bronk, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
And things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Pinheiro good on the extra point. And the Packers take a 4-point lead. Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. That's completed out to the right. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Four yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Another carry for him. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Let's go.
Throw here, 3rd down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Now this is a beauty of a kick. Gets headed out of bounds, no chance of a return or a touchback. They're going to mark it out at the 6. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10.
Set, ready. Watch out now. 50, block 40. Ready?
First plays a design run. Through the defense, he's past the 20. Hits the 40. And finally, they get to him and send him out as this gets all the way into enemy territory. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it'll give the Packers the 1st.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
So 2 minutes still to play in this first half, partner. It's the Packers leading from Lambeau. They've got 1st down here from the 36.
Let's go, black shot. 10 black. Beauty, yellow. Claws red. Blaster, 6. Ready.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Cardinals have it as he records the first interception of his young career.
Not yet in my lifetime come across a defender who hasn't told me how great an offensive player they were back in the day. Oh, you should have seen me as a running back or wide receiver. Well, right there, that defender showed some of that background. A brilliant job of getting into the open field and setting his offense up for success.
Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Some good running here as he gets him 7 on that 1st down carry.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Seven yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Slot receivers headed left. Throwing now off the play action. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And it's good enough for an Arizona 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Drops it quick to the receiver coming across. He brushed him off with ease. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender right at the exact same time there. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Rolling from the gun here. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that first down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they've made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
So here's Harrison Mevis, ready for the field goal try. It's on the right hands for this 39-yarder. Mevis able to knock it through. And that cuts the lead back down to a lower point.
It's only 3 points, and they're going to still trail at halftime, but every little bit helps. I'll tell you this as well. It also helps maybe later in the game. You got a 4th quarter clutch kick. To have that confidence built, that's important.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for first down.
Down. 33, yellow. Blue striker. White, white. Set, huh?
Back to work after throwing the pick. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
95, green jack. Red cycle. Slice blue. Red, yellow. Set.
Working on first down. He beams one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Timeout taken by the Packers. Their 3rd and final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10.
52 blue, 6, mega. Black ultra. Steel, black. Black shot. Ready?
In the red zone now. And he will have them a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers will add to their lead at the end of the half. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position could be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's got a lane up past the 30. And in great shape after that return. He's across the 35 before going out. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 come out. And this might be a free play. Let's see what they do. Gets it downfield on target to Watson. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. So the deep shot connects in the free play. Brock made it really easy to decline that offsides flag. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This will be around a 33-yarder for him. Mevis able to knock it through. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. The Hallis Trophy awaits one of these teams, partners. Just a half to go as we're off in the 3rd quarter. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. Nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Yellow, 22. Yellow. Ready.
They'll come out throwing. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just moments before he's able to break it across midfield. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Let's go, Bill Green. 10 black. Cut.
They'll work against the blitz. Short pass brought in. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
45, claws red.
Back now, pressure coming. Puts him on the in route. He's still going at the 30. Down to the 10. And it goes the distance. Touchdown, Green Bay! The Packers grow the lead coming out of halftime. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Point after from Pinheiro is up and good. And the Packers push the lead up to 12. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard
Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10. Quick toss headed left. Blocked by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. They're throwing it. Hits him on the out route. He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. They'll run here from the gun, and he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead, get what you need.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Trying to throw this from the gun. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Pass play coming here. Right side by Watson. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. That play good for 17 and a 1st down. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. And it's brought in. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals start the 2nd half with some needed points. Christian Watson with the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Nevis with a point after. And the Cardinals trim the deficit down to 5.
Cardinals 23. Harrison Nevis to kick off.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
On the ready.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Ready. 33. Yellow. Ready.
Ooh, the wide receiver getting to begin the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
On the tackle,
And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Blue 32. Edo blue. Black ultra.
Now looking to throw. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Just cannot afford right here, Cade, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Cling to that lead and find a way to convert this third down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
50, green.
Here he goes, third and long. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and converts on 3rd and 17.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Let's go. Red, yellow, black, hey, red. Hut.
Back to throw. Flush down out to his left. On the run, deep down the left side. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing to double coverage, odds are against you.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Ready. Yellow, 43. Red, cycle. Smash, red. Yellow, go.
Throwing it again here. He'll tip this one off to his running back, complete. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. There's a dive up the middle. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Just a quarter left before one of these teams punches its ticket to the Super Bowl. The Packers have possession, hoping to close out a win and advance in the postseason.
Ready.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4.
97, 52, blue. Hut.
We get it on the keeper. That is a big 3-yard gain because if instead of a turnover on downs, partner, it gets him the first.
Some tough running from the leader of the offense right there. Didn't have a ton of room, but he made it work well enough to move those chains.
60 red. Black shot. Ready.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hits his running back. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
They'll come up on 1st and 10.
Down. Red, 38. Ready.
success in that last run as he only is able to get back to the line on this play. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
White, needle, blue. Hey.
Takes the second down snap. This is complete. It's Matthew Golden. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're in the first and goal. Double coverage, a deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done.
And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Green Bay! The Packers stretch it to a 2-score game in the fourth. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Kickoff. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball to the 35 to begin this drive. With some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Airing it out to start this drive. We've got a screen to the running back. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I know coordinator quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. They'll throw it. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. He'll pick up 14 yards on that one. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
First and 10 now from the 46. He's going to throw it. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Just couldn't get it to Marvin Harrison Jr. there. So that brings up 2nd down.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. Kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it. That's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
The incomplete pass. Here comes 2nd and 10. They kick the running back in motion. They are throwing it again. Complete out to the right. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Here he is on 3rd and short. It's caught by Harrison. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 6. And the Cardinals first down.
Throwing from the gun here. Throwing the out route complete. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
I know I could might sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Still sticking with the passing game. Escapes the pocket. And the pack gets home. They drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. The problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers. They got one right there with that sack.
This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. They'll air it out on 3rd. Fits it through the middle. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. So rather than let the 2-minute warning hit, the defense burns the first of its timeouts. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Chased out to his right. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Nevis now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cardinals trim the deficit down to 5.
Cardinals 30. Harrison Nevis to kick off.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Your trails, yellow, yellow, black shot, flight blue. Black ultra. Red cycle. Set.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. And right away, we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Let's go. Field 50, green. Hut, hut.
We're going to pass it here. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't make the hook up with Matthew Golden. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
Ready. Black, 95. White, white.
He'll look to throw it. Escapes the pocket. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted!
on so many levels, Kate. Making the interception already a terrific effort by everybody involved. But to put the cherry on top, to take it all the way back to the house, it required extra effort from everybody, and they get the job done.
The extra point wouldn't do much for them, so they're going to go for 2 and try to make this a field goal game.
The Cardinals will line up for the
Here he is to
two-point
throw.
conversion.
And he brings it in. That makes this a field goal game now.
Makes the score Cardinals 38. Packers 30.
Well, all things going their way through the air at the moment, partner. They pick off a throw for 6, and then they complete a pass of their own to add on 2 more.
Can I be honest with you here, Kate?
Please.
And maybe I'm a bad person for saying this, but every once in a while, I root for chaos.
Woo, I love it.
I mean, I wouldn't mind a little chaos. I wouldn't mind seeing that one go back through the air the other way and put 2 on the board, but it wasn't to be. That's excellent execution to get the touchdown and the pick 6 and put 2 more on the board.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Look, set.
Back to throw. Caught, nice gain left side. And they're finally able to get to him and touch him down. But damage already done as they pick up that 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Blue striker. Ready.
Setting up to pass. Completed to his running back. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll give the Packers the 1st.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Ready.
They'll run here on 1st down. Running there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one. Arizona goes ahead and calls its 2nd timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
On the ready.
Clock inside of 50 seconds now. 2nd and 10.
Down. Green jack. Yellow. Go. 22 needle. Blaster. 6. Ready. Ready.
Trying to throw this from the gun. He's got it in the red zone. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. The Packers trying to hurry to the line.
1st down.
Claws red.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Needle blue. Ready?
From the red zone now. Can't connect on this one. A rare miss. Been thrown for him all game, but this one didn't work out. It's 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Ball on the 16. It's 2nd and 10.
Black Ultra. Blue, go. 60 red. 60 red. Red, yellow. Steel, black. Set.
Back to throw. This one's caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. The Cardinals are going to use the last of their timeouts. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you got to admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right in the double
Ready?
coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
45, white.
Throwing now. Buys time, rolling right. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they're left with 4th and short.
I can pretty much guarantee you, Kate, the minute that quarterback left the pocket, that D coordinator started to hold his breath. It is so hard when you play a dual-threat QB out on the run in space, especially down here in the red zone, but the defense rises to the occasion.
50, green. Drill, green. Smash, red. Black shot. Fury, yellow. Hut.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. This interception is also dropped, but they're still going to take possession as the incomplete pass forces a turnover on downs here.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
The give now out of the shotgun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. So the Cardinals get to fly home as winners on the road. Conference champions. A heck of an achievement, Brock. A heck of an achievement.